I think somebody in the studio today is upset that the Cubs won.
Yeah, I'm very salty.
He's really bitter.
I'm very bitter.
Grumpy,
Yeah.
bitter.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that for you.
Yeah, I don't like it. Today's not a good day.
Oh, it's a great day. How about those Cubs? We want to dedicate the show to Lee Smith once again. We may dedicate the show to Lee Smith for the rest of the year. Arguably one of the greatest relievers of all time, who played for the Chicago Cubs. And let's drop the big board. Here we go.
What's on the big board? What's on the big board?
They interviewed Bill Murray, comedian, actor, Chicago dude, big Cubs fan. He was there. And they asked him, does it feel as good as he thought it would? This is Bill Murray after the Cubs won it all.
Yeah, more. And I've been thinking about my father. My father would have liked to have been here, my grandfather, a lot of my uncles, the people that bought me Frosty Malts at the ballpark and, lemonade on Ladies' Day, my mother. My mother died 28 years ago today.
Oh, my goodness.
And so this is kind of where all of my brothers and sisters are all thinking about her today. So, I'm not saying she's responsible, but she's saying that.
Yeah, go Cubs, go play.
Wow, 28 years to the day that his mother passed away. The Cubs win the World Series. There's Theo on Sports Center celebrating with the Cubs.
You know what's significant about that number 28? That's how old Theo was.
That's how Jackson's back. Jack's double down is back. Theo Epstein was 28 years old.
Just thought I'd let you know
when
that.
the Red Sox hired him. Thank you, man.
Drop some knowledge on you.
You're dropping knowledge left. You know what? You're
man.
dropping knowledge on Mississippi.
Well, I do what I can. It's for the people.
I think the next phone call will be Governor Bryant,
More
and
than
he'll
likely.
be like, "We need you."
Either him or Theo.
Well, that's
Probably Theo.
Probably Theo. Actually, we probably could get Theo's cell number. Okay, what about Bill Murray on getting emotional, saying it has been so long? This is Bill Murray after the Cubs won it all last night.
I wish he didn't say that word because it makes me want to spring tears. It really does. And the song and everything, it's emotional. I figured I'd be crying. I cried just a little bit for a second. But this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Here we go. Here we go. We've all been waiting for this for so long. I mean, think about it. It's more than a century. No one has furniture that old, really. Beds, mattresses. No one has a mattress that's 108.
Gotta love that. I know you're a big proponent of not crying, though. What do you think about Bill Murray crying?
I'm okay with that.
Oh my gosh! You give him a pass.
I'm okay
You're
with.
giving him a pass.
Why am I? Hold on. Why am I giving Murray a
Why
pass?
does he deserve a pass? It's okay. So it's okay if they break a 108-year-old curse and they.
And he cries?
No,
Sure.
He
Saints
cried.
fans were crying. 2009.
No.
Sure they were.
Yeah, a bunch of bottles and he started popping champagne. It was just
Well, they were doing the
celebrate.
same thing in the locker room.
I don't need to be crying out there. There's no crying in baseball.
Oh yeah, there is.
There should be out there. Yeah, actually, yes, there is. From daddy ball all the way up. But
There you go. Well,
There
all
should
right,
be.
Who's the more pampered athlete, baseball players or golfers?
Probably golf.
man, I don't know.
You can choose your own schedule.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean,
Playing baseball.
show up when you
growing
want.
up,
Show up when you want to. Just
You're right. A lot of them can. The guys that are in the top 150 now because of the money can, to a certain extent, choose outside of the majors and 3 or 4 other tournaments. They can set their schedule as they want.
speaking of crying, Chris Bryant was crying before he even threw that ball back to first base in the last out.
How about that?
Imagine if that would have been an error.
But guys cry. NFL. Jordan cried.
He did.
LeBron. There's a long list of guys crying after winning the championship.
What about
How many times do you see
winning is different.
winning
Bill Murray's a fan.
Wimbledon?
That's true.
Different.
Did
You're
you
winning
see-
it
Oh,
yourself.
you don't want the fans to
Why
cry.
is a fan crying?
Did you see when J.R. Smith when they went up to the box and J.R. Smith had taken his shirt off is when the Indians started to make a rally?
I saw that. I thought that was Jackson missed that.
Yeah, I missed that part.
But I saw that. I thought that was great.
That's awesome. I love J.R. Smith.
And you
He
should
should've never put his
you
shirt
should
back
love
on.
sports, but you never watch it.
No, sports are great.
Yeah, from your phone.
I keep up with it.
He keps up with it. He
no point in watching
he
the
refreshes his phone to get the score.
That's what I was doing last night. Around 11:30.
All right, Bill Murray, on what it was like leading up to this. This is evidently the most famous Cub fan alive.
Well, I just I thought to myself that I was going to try to be a good sport no matter what happened. I knew I had to remind myself. I remember getting upset once in Little League when I struck out at the end of the championship game, and I thought, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that again. So I was working on that all the day long, thinking about that, and not going to get upset with people just that had been wearing the same clothes for the whole week because they were feeling it was unlucky. People stink around this ballpark right now, stink real bad. There's some really raw men and women in this ballpark right now. Thank God we're outdoors. If this were in a dome, they'd have to spin the roof open. It's raw up there, I'm telling you. The jinx thing, people, can't tell you how many people did not change their clothes.
What did y'all think about the Cubs and how many tickets they had? I mean, they bought the bulk of the tickets on StubHub.
Cleveland should be ashamed.
Two guys yesterday bought tickets for $19,500 a piece to sit behind the dugout. They spent almost $40,000. Can you imagine spending $19,500? And if you had that to spend, if you had if you had made enough money or had enough in your savings to where you felt comfortable with that, would you have invested that much money to sit behind the dugout with your buddy? Got to have a buddy who's doing well too, and spend almost $20,000 per ticket. That was according to Darren Ravel,
Heartbeat.
ESPN.
You should pull that
Sport
trigger
and
quickly.
business dude.
You shouldn't even ponder that. If you got disposable 20, you go.
You go?
Yeah, no doubt.
Would you have watched the game, or would you have watched it on your phone if you would have been behind the
I'd
dugout?
probably been slugging beer. I wouldn't have paid any attention to the game.
Okay.
I'd pay $20,000 to go slug beer for everybody, not just for me, for everybody.
Slug beer for everybody for $20K.
Right.
Awesome. Let's take a break on that. That was the big board brought to you by Circle 7, and they have a blowout big fall sale. It's today only. New and current Cotton Brothers shirts, Gitman Brothers shirts, Filson shirts, Mountain Khaki shirts. Thursday only shirts and jackets. Some shirts are 2 for $1 at Circle 7. Specials on Filson jackets too. Gift wrapping is available. We're going to give away some Fish Hippie hats and some Echo duck calls during the show too. But they have the big fall shirt and jacket sale today at Circle 7, 463 in Madison. Straight ahead, the SEC Insider Hit.